You probably think royal families are all about glamour, luxury, and shining crowns. But behind those palace walls, dark secrets lurk. Secrets that history books rarely reveal. Betrayals, affairs, murders, and political conspiracies that shook nations to their core. Today we're diving into the most shocking scandals in royal history. Stories so twisted and dramatic, they'll leave you speechless. Did you know a queen once risked everything, even turning against her own family to protect her power? Or that a prince, whose secrets still baffle historians today, manipulated the world around him in ways most of us can't even imagine? And that's just the beginning. In this video, you'll witness moments that royal families desperately tried to hide, yet the truth always finds a way out. Every scandal has its own drama, every betrayal a hidden motive. We'll take you into the very corridors and chambers where power and deception reign supreme. Get ready, because what you're about to see are the darkest royal secrets ever recorded in history, and some of these stories might shock you more than you ever thought possible. Royal families often seem untouchable, draped in luxury, power, and tradition. Yet behind the palace walls, life is far from glamorous. Power is currency, secrets are weapons, and betrayal can strike in the most unexpected ways. The world often romanticizes crowns and ceremonies, but beneath the surface lies a web of intrigue, scandal, and dark human desires that shaped entire nations. History rarely shows the true cost of royal privilege, the lies, manipulation, and affairs that determined the fate of empires. Take the English monarchy, for instance. Queen Elizabeth I's court was a labyrinth of politics, power, and peril. Robert Dudley, her closest confidant, was rumored to share a relationship that went far beyond friendship. Dudley's wife died under mysterious circumstances, sparking whispers of foul play. While nothing was proven, the scandal revealed how even the personal life of a queen could become a political weapon. Courtiers watched every move, plotted behind closed doors, and manipulated perception, reminding us that the stakes of royal life were deadly from the very beginning. King Charles II, known as the Merry Monarch, carried a different kind of scandal. While the public adored his charm, the king secretly maintained numerous lovers and illegitimate children. Women like Barbara Villiers wielded incredible influence, not only over Charles himself but over national decisions. Affairs were not mere indulgences, they were tools of power. Courtiers knew that aligning with the right mistress could determine their political survival, while crossing the wrong one could end careers, marriages, and sometimes even lives. Moving into the 18th century, Prince George, Duke of Cumberland, offers an even darker story. Publicly admired, privately feared, George's personal indulgences and political manipulations destabilized the English court. His alliances often shifted unpredictably, and whispers of cruelty, forbidden love, and betrayal spread through noble circles. No one truly trusted him, and yet he maintained a grip over crucial decisions. History rarely documents these private intrigues, but surviving letters and diaries hint at a man capable of cunning and calculated ruthlessness. Queen Victoria, despite her image of family devotion and moral virtue, was no stranger to scandal. Her son, Prince Albert Edward, later Edward VII, was infamous for affairs with politically significant women, creating tension and gossip within the royal household. Every secret liaison threatened to tarnish the monarchy's reputation. Even though Victoria attempted to maintain decorum, the private lives of her children revealed the fragile humanity behind the crowns. Power, it seems, cannot suppress desire, no matter how grand the palace. Across Europe, royal scandals reached even darker depths. Marie Antoinette of France, misrepresented as frivolous and shallow, had her own share of intrigue. Beyond the lavish parties and diamond necklaces, she engaged in secret political maneuverings and clandestine alliances. Courtiers plotted against her, advisors whispered warnings, and the slightest rumor could threaten her position. Her personal relationships hidden from the public became fodder for gossip that would eventually fuel the flames of revolution. Every act, private or public, was scrutinized, manipulated, and transformed into scandal. The abdication of King Edward VIII in 1936 further demonstrates the collision between desire and duty. Falling in love with Wallis Simpson, an American divorcee, Edward defied centuries of royal tradition. The monarchy was thrown into chaos, newspapers exploded with speculation, and politicians scrambled to maintain stability. Edward's scandal was personal yet profoundly political. The world watched as a king chose love over power, forever changing public perception of royal infallibility. Sibling rivalry has also fueled some of the most intense royal controversies. The Spanish House of Bourbon experienced deadly power struggles over succession. Secret alliances, poisonings, and betrayals were commonplace. Diaries and letters from the period reveal intricate webs of manipulation, deceit, and calculated revenge. Royalty often depended on cunning and strategy, as loyalty was fleeting, and ambition could turn even a family member into a mortal enemy. Russia's Romanovs provide perhaps the darkest examples of scandal intertwined with politics. Nicholas II and Alexandra relied heavily on Rasputin, whose influence over the family stirred widespread controversy. Rumors of manipulation, improper conduct, and secret dealings eroded public confidence. The Tsarina's close relationship with Rasputin not only fueled scandal, but contributed to the eventual revolution. In this case, private secrets had catastrophic public consequences, demonstrating how intertwined human weakness and political power can be. Even into the modern era, royal life continues to captivate audiences with its controversies. The British royal family of the 20th century experienced marriages under intense public scrutiny, extramarital affairs, and highly publicized disputes. Princess Margaret's romantic choices, the tumultuous marriage of Prince Charles and Princess Diana, and the controversies surrounding Prince Andrew revealed that crowns do not protect from scandal. What captivates the public is not only the wealth and ceremony, but the very human flaws exposed behind the palace gates. Scandals in royalty are not just tales of gossip, they are lessons in ambition, desire, and power. Every act of betrayal, every hidden affair, and every political misstep reveals a truth. Those who sit on thrones are human, driven by the same passions, fears, and flaws as anyone else. Yet their choices resonate far beyond personal consequences. A scandal in a royal household can shape national policy, alter succession, and even ignite revolutions. The palace walls have seen murders planned, secrets guarded, and alliances broken, all in the name of survival and supremacy. It is easy to admire the pageantry and ritual of royalty, but history reminds us that behind every crown lies a story of ambition, manipulation, and human frailty. From English queens and French monarchs to modern-day royals, scandals have been the hidden force shaping legacies, influencing decisions and captivating the public imagination. The human heart behind the crown, when entwined with power, produces drama and intrigue that history cannot ignore. And while these stories already shock and amaze, there are still secrets buried deeper within royal history. Affairs so forbidden, betrayals so treacherous, and acts of ambition so ruthless that they redefine what we think we know about monarchy. As we continue to explore these hidden corners, the true extent of deception, passion, and power comes into sharper focus, revealing that royalty has always been as dangerous and human as it is glamorous. As we step further into the hidden corridors of royal history, the scandals grow darker, more twisted, and increasingly dangerous. Power and desire, when combined, can push even the most respected monarchs to unspeakable acts. Behind gilded doors, whispers became weapons, secret alliances dictated empires, and personal indulgences often triggered national crises. These are the stories that crown jewels and royal ceremonies cannot hide. One of the most chilling scandals comes from the Tudor era. King Henry VIII, known for his 6 marriages, not only reshaped England's religion but left a trail of heartbreak, betrayal, and death. His marriage to Anne Boleyn ended in execution, her head falling to the chopping block, a result of political scheming, personal obsession, and ruthless ambition. Every action he took set off a chain reaction, showing that the monarchy's personal desires could literally change history. Courtiers who misjudged his favor often met tragic fates, while ambitious nobles navigated a dangerous game where one misstep could be fatal. The infamous affair of Princess Diana and Prince Charles revealed a modern royal scandal that gripped the world. While the monarchy maintained an image of tradition and stability, Behind the cameras, affairs, betrayal, and emotional manipulation were rampant. Diana's struggles with isolation, scrutiny, and emotional betrayal exposed a royal family still constrained by centuries-old expectations. The public, witnessing heartbreak and tension unfold in real time, became part of the drama. This scandal was not just personal. It affected public perception, media scrutiny, and the reputation of the British monarchy globally. Europe offers further examples of deadly ambition. The Habsburg dynasty, infamous for political marriages and interfamily power struggles, carried scandals that sometimes ended in murder or exile. Archduke Ferdinand's assassination, while a pivotal historical event, stemmed from decades of political tension and secret alliances among European royals. Every engagement, every diplomatic marriage, and every whisper in the corridors had the potential to ignite war, proving that royal scandals can have consequences far beyond palace walls. In Russia, the Romanovs' reliance on Rasputin is one of history's most notorious tales. The mystic's influence over Nicholas II and Alexandra fueled rumors, distrust, and conspiracy. His presence in court created tension, suspicion, and fear. Some historians argue that Rasputin's manipulation contributed directly to the collapse of the Russian Empire, while others see him as a scapegoat for decades of mismanagement and scandal within the royal family. Regardless, his involvement reveals how one individual tied to royalty could change the fate of an empire. Scandals were not always about politics. They were often about forbidden love. Consider the secret relationship between Queen Victoria's grandson, Prince George, and a woman deemed unsuitable for royal marriage. Their clandestine meetings, coded letters, and hidden rendezvous caused uproar in court circles when discovered. Nobles feared the scandal would weaken the monarchy's credibility, while the couple risked exile, social ostracization, and familial punishment. The affair highlights the tension between duty and desire, a theme that runs through nearly every royal scandal. Royal siblings, too, contributed to history's most shocking betrayals. Take the case of the Spanish infantes, whose internal rivalries escalated into secret plots, false accusations, and poisonings. Family ties were not enough to prevent betrayal when power and ambition were at stake. Courtiers and advisors often manipulated these rivalries, exacerbating tensions for political gain. The palace, though outwardly opulent, became a battlefield where personal ambition overshadowed bloodlines. In England, the scandal surrounding Prince Andrew and his association with controversial figures revealed how modern royals still struggle with public scrutiny and hidden dealings. Though centuries have passed since the Tudors and Romanovs, the stakes remain high. Even today, a royal's actions, public or private, can spark global outrage, reshape reputations, and ignite scandal. The pattern is clear. Power and secrecy never go hand in hand without risk. The Ottoman Empire also had its share of royal intrigue. The harem, often romanticized in history, was actually a center of political power, espionage, and deadly plots. Sultans' favorites could rise to influence entire provinces, while rivals often faced imprisonment or death. These scandals weren't merely personal. They directly impacted governance, succession, and the stability of an empire. Every whispered conversation could become a weapon in the fight for control, demonstrating that royal life has always been fraught with danger and secrecy. Even smaller European monarchies contributed tales of betrayal that rival any drama. In Denmark, the story of Queen Caroline Matilda, exiled for an affair with her court physician, caused political upheaval and social scandal. In Sweden, secret marriages and illegitimate children threatened royal succession, forcing monarchs to conceal truths for fear of public outrage. Across continents, the pattern repeats: personal desire clashing with duty, secrets creating upheaval, and public facades hiding darker realities. These scandals share a common thread: the collision of human desire with the responsibilities of power. Monarchs were not gods. They were people, susceptible to jealousy, lust, and ambition. And yet, their choices reverberated far beyond their personal lives, affecting entire nations, shaping policies, and altering history. Every hidden affair, every whispered betrayal, and every scandalous secret was a testament to the fragile humanity behind the crown. Some scandals were hidden so well that historians still debate their truth. Diaries, letters, and court documents hint at intrigue, murder, and forbidden love that the public never saw. These stories, though fragmented, reveal the constant tension within royal life: public duty versus private desire, loyalty versus ambition, love versus power. Palaces, despite their grandeur, were arenas of strategy, deception, and survival. The most shocking royal scandals do not merely entertain, they illuminate the human cost of power. From England to France, Russia to Spain, monarchs have navigated dangerous paths between passion and politics. Secrets were guarded fiercely, alliances forged and broken in shadows, and reputations hung by a thread. Each scandal, each betrayal, exposes the timeless truth. Power magnifies human flaws, and history remembers both the crowns and the darkness behind them. As we trace these hidden corridors, the stories only grow darker. Some scandals involve murder, some forbidden romance, others political betrayal so deep it changed the fate of empires. These are not tales of fiction. They are the truths behind crowns, carefully concealed, yet impossible to erase. The next layer of history's darkest royal secrets awaits, where the stakes are higher, the deception deadlier, and the human drama at its most intense. As we delve even deeper into the shadowed corridors of royal history, the scandals we uncover are not just surprising, they are outright shocking. Hidden affairs, political betrayals, secret murders, and forbidden alliances have shaped the course of nations. From Europe to Russia, from England to the Middle East, royal families have been as dangerous as they were glamorous. These stories reveal that behind every crown lies a world where power, desire, and deceit intertwine. Consider the case of King Henry VIII once more. Beyond his infamous 6 marriages, there were countless hidden schemes within the Tudor court. Nobles and courtiers often conspired against one another, plotting assassinations or secret betrayals to gain the king's favor. Anne Boleyn's rise and fall wasn't just personal drama. It was a reflection of a court steeped in manipulation, where ambition often equaled survival. Every whispered secret could determine life or death, proving that royalty, despite their wealth and power, lived in constant danger. Marie Antoinette's scandalous reputation in France also hides deeper layers of intrigue. Beyond the famed extravagance, she engaged in subtle political maneuvering, trying to maintain her influence in a court rife with deception. Advisors, rivals, and even her own family members plotted against her, creating a web of tension that would eventually contribute to the revolution. Her private life, from clandestine meetings to secret correspondences, was a powder keg waiting to ignite, demonstrating how personal decisions can alter the fate of a nation. The Russian Romanovs faced scandals that shook an entire empire. Rasputin's influence over Nicholas II and Alexandra stirred political unrest and public distrust. Whispers of manipulation, secret affairs, and undue influence circulated throughout the court, weakening confidence in the monarchy. The Tsarina's reliance on Rasputin became a symbol of vulnerability, proving that even the most powerful rulers were susceptible to deception. These scandals ultimately contributed to the fall of the Romanovs, showing that personal indiscretions could have catastrophic historical consequences. In England, the modern royal family has not been immune to controversy. Princess Diana's struggles with Prince Charles. Infidelity revealed a human side of monarchy rarely seen before. The intense media scrutiny, public fascination, and emotional toll turned a personal betrayal into a global scandal. Similarly, Prince Andrew's recent controversies show that royal actions, whether historical or contemporary, continue to captivate the world. The stakes remain high. Personal secrets can influence public opinion, political power, and historical legacy. The Ottoman Empire offers another dramatic example. While the harem is often romanticized, it was in reality a center of political intrigue. Sultans' favorites often rose to influence entire provinces, while rivals faced imprisonment or death. The balance of power within the palace could shift with a single whispered conversation. These scandals, though centuries old, reveal a consistent pattern. Royalty, no matter where, has always been a mix of glamour, danger, and hidden treachery. Europe's smaller monarchies also contributed tales of shocking betrayal. Queen Caroline Mathilde of Denmark was exiled for an affair with her court physician, triggering political upheaval and public scandal. In Sweden, secret marriages and illegitimate children threatened royal succession, forcing monarchs to carefully conceal the truth. Across centuries, personal desire frequently collided with public duty, creating scandalous consequences that reverberated far beyond the palace walls. One particularly dark theme across all these scandals is murder. Royal assassinations, either attempted or successful, often had motivations rooted in ambition, revenge, or forbidden love. In some cases, poisoned wine, hidden blades, and deadly plots were used to eliminate rivals and secure power. Royalty, far from being untouchable, often faced danger from within their own family. Courtiers, siblings, and even children could become threats in the ruthless pursuit of influence. Love and betrayal were equally dangerous. Numerous monarchs engaged in secret affairs that had far-reaching consequences. Letters, coded messages, and clandestine meetings documented romances that defied tradition, threatened succession, and scandalized the public. The stakes were more than just reputations. Hidden relationships could trigger political shifts, alliances, and even wars. Royalty was never free to love, yet passion always found a way to disrupt order. Many of these scandals remain hidden even today. Historians continue to uncover letters, diaries, and court documents that reveal secrets long buried. These fragments show the constant tension between personal desire and political responsibility. Monarchs, despite appearances, lived under immense pressure, navigating a world where one slip could mean exile, execution, or public humiliation. The human cost of power is enormous, yet it remains a story that fascinates centuries later. What connects these tales across countries and centuries is not merely gossip. It is the universal clash of ambition, love, and power. Royal families may appear insulated, but history shows they are vulnerable to the same emotions and mistakes as anyone else. Only the scale and consequences are different. Every secret, every betrayal, every act of ambition has the potential to ripple through generations, affecting the course of nations and leaving a mark on history itself. The more we examine these stories, the clearer it becomes that scandal is as intrinsic to royalty as ceremony. Power magnifies human flaws. Love, lust, jealousy, and greed play out on a stage grander than any theater. And while the world marvels at crowns, palaces, and pomp, the true drama lies in the shadows, where ambition rules, secrets thrive, and history is written in whispers, letters, and hidden alliances. Royal scandals, whether in Tudor England, revolutionary France, imperial Russia, or modern Britain, reveal one universal truth. Behind every crown, there is a human heart vulnerable to desire, fear, and betrayal. Palaces are not just homes. They are battlegrounds of ambition, intrigue, and passion. And the stories we have explored only scratch the surface, yet they expose the fragile humanity behind the glamour, the dark secrets behind the pageantry, and the deadly consequences of power unchecked. As we close this journey through history's darkest royal secrets, remember that every crown has a story, every palace a hidden scandal, and every monarch a private battle between desire and duty. The allure of royalty lies not only in the pageantry, but in the human drama beneath it. If you found these stories as shocking and fascinating as we did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Pastify Hub for more hidden histories, dark secrets, and untold stories from the past.